All right, so what I learned today in my football training session is that when we ratchet the intensity of the game up, when we play at higher speeds, when there are players who are more proficient and they are pressing, and we're playing a lot faster, I have found that I absolutely suck at football. That's my takeaway from today. But I think there are positives to learn, and so I haven't done a video like this in a while, especially on the main channel. I've been posting these kinds of football updates over here on this channel, Luke's Fitness Academy. If you haven't subscribed to that, I'm around 500 subscribers. I'd really appreciate it if you check out my side channel. It's basically just chronicling my journey as I'm trying to gain my health back and just to get healthy again, and also to learn to play competitive football. I would love to play competitively someday, even if it's in a small amateur league. I just would love to play at some level. And so I post those videos there on Luke's Fitness Academy, so please go check that out. Today we're going to do it right here on the main channel. We're going to look at the good, the bad, and the ugly from today's match. Like I said, what I learned today, and you'll see it play out. My touch is crap. My passing is crap. I absolutely panic when somebody is pressing me or I hear them coming after me. And so you're going to see that when we play at a slower speed, then I'm getting pretty proficient, or I'm able to actually compete. This is like taking it from rookie mode on, I don't know what the amateur mode, up to like semi-pro on FIFA. So we're going to see there's quite a, or professional, there's quite a jump in the skill level here. So before we get into it, me and my friend Joe here, we are the two newest to the sport. So if you check out these highlight videos, you're going to see that that both of us are learning the sport. And so you're going to see both of us growing. We're the two most inexperienced here on this court. This young man over here, this is the first time I've gotten to play with him, was last week. So this is my second only ever time playing with this young man. He's an American, but he grew up in Turkey, and he learned to play football there in Turkey. He's a defender, a natural defender, but you'll see in this video that he's pretty much our primary source of offense in this game. Now, you guys know Cameron. He's been on the channel a few times. He played high school soccer. Very, very good, talented player in high school. And then Roberto over here, he played for the Jamaican national team as a youth. So we've got our two best players, Cameron and Roberto. And so today we were waiting on a young man named Andriy, who will show up later in the video, from Ukraine. And he was late this morning, so we were starting off with just 5. This is how we made it fair. We said, hey, let's take Cameron and Roberto versus the 3 of us. It's kind of fair because Joe and myself make up basically one person. So yeah, so that's how we made it fair. Let's get into the footage here. So, what we decided to do, as you see here, I'm sorry, I'm not going to pause this often throughout the video, but I hung back to play defense on the goal, and already, look, Luke, what are you doing? Already I bit on this, I guess, the body feint of Cameron here. And he got me. He got me good. Now, I do recover decently well enough to block that goal. So, I'll give myself a little credit there. Yeah, you see Joe's touch is not great, but neither is mine. So, I'm not... look at this young man with that absolute shot. Yeah. He's our main source of offense in this game because Joe and I are struggling. So here, Joe is playing that defensive role, and I'm trying to play forward in the attack. That should have gone. That's one of those situations where I had time, and this comes up constantly today. I had time. but I rushed it. I should have made that. That was close. I mean, it just a half inch to the left, and that goes in the goal. So that's frustrating. But I had time to slow down and take a solid shot. I rushed it. Should have finished that. Good defending. That's a good run, Luke. I just need to be better about connecting with the ball there. Let's see. If I was just a touch faster on that, I could have got to it. That's a pretty good pass. And that's just one of those things where he and I, we've only played together twice, so I'm having to learn. We're having to learn each other. He's having to learn how actually slow I am. But that's a good effort from me on a run there. Now, unfortunately, this is all. We don't play offside, by the way. When we're just playing 2-on-3 in this little court, there's no offside. We're just playing. But you can see that you can't see what happened. But once again, it's the same story. My touch is awful. It stinks. Should have scored a goal. So. Could have had some more conviction on that shot. Good pass here, and we got an assist. So I did get an assist on the day. Thankful for our young Arda Güler over here. Just kidding. Scoring this goal. I gave him a little assist backwards so he can get there. An assist on the day. Me trying to get in there and defend. But as you can see, my defending, I'm a little tentative. Luke, what are you doing just standing around? What am I doing just standing around? Good defending by Roberto. I thought I was gonna get cute here, but Roberto's too good for that. Now, if somebody like a beginner was playing me right here, I could have made this pass. He gets to it quick. Terrible touch, Luke. And see, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. It's so frustrating to watch back on footage, but this is the way. This is gonna be the way I learn. It's gonna be the way. Like, I'm gonna get better is by critiquing my performance here. So look at what happens. First of all, what are you doing with your shirt, Luke? So what happens is my shorts are getting too big. That tells me that I'm losing weight. We're doing good. Like this is helping. It's working. Like my life, I'm feeling the life come back. I'm feeling that athleticism start to come back a little bit. You're seeing my pants fall down the whole time we play. Or for you Europeans, I guess they wouldn't be called pants. Or you Brits, English. So I panicked. I felt the pressure coming from both of them, and I thought, I got to pass it. I've got to pass it. But I didn't have to pass it. I had time. I could have stopped the ball and planned out what I was trying to do, but I forced it and
no, you're good.
Turned it over.
Yes. This is like this weird.
That was a good chance there. Good pass. One of my better passes of the day. Once again, it's just that touch is killing me. It touches my foot. It bounces like 5 yards off. That should have been a shot on goal. But because he passed it to me, it's like hitting a brick when it hits my foot. So, tough day for me here. I do have one significant highlight from today, but for the most part, it's just criticism. Good pass here. That ends up being an assist. 2 assists on the day, although I probably had an opportunity to score a goal there. I felt more comfortable giving the ball back in that situation because Roberto was closing back in to try to defend that goal. So, here's coming up some... what a great goal from Roberto. Coming up in this video, I'm going to have a couple... I have an amazing pass. Actually, one of my best passes coming up in this video. And Andri is going to show up, so we'll have a real 3-on-3. But, this is... With that much space, Roberto's like, all right, I'm going to score this goal. Too good a defender. There comes Andri. Not a bad defensive effort on my part. You got to be fair with myself there. Not a bad defensive effort on my part. Roberto had me dead to rights. Not bad. So then... Tough, that's tough. When Andri enters the game... I just don't have... At this point, you can see it. Hands on the hips. I'm walking around. I'm struggling. We've been playing at this point. I mean, this is probably almost 30 minutes into our playing this morning. And so, I had like an hour of footage from today. But I'm already tired. I'm walking around. And see, this is where, so I threw this in here. That's an embarrassing highlight. But the reason I left this in here is right after this happened, Roberto gave me advice that I'm taking to heart. Like, I need to learn this. So, watch this again. This just terrible highlight. So I'm in good position. And this is one of those things where Roberto has told me over and over again that if I could just get practice enough where my touch improves, and I have a feel for the speed of the game. He says, and I believe him, I get into good position for scoring goals. I get into good places. And so what happens here is I have a direct line here, and I know I do. But I feel him closing in, and I think to myself, I've got to go now. Like, I got to kick it. I don't have any time. I panicked. And so he tells me right after this that on this situation, I did not have to boot it. Like, I could have stopped the ball, controlled it, dribbled a little bit, and taken that shot. He said, Luke, you feel like you don't have any time. You had plenty of time. So I'm panicked. I'm rushing. I'm moving too fast. And I had an embarrassing highlight. So we'll see it one more time. Like, I did not have to kick it right there. That makes me so angry now to realize I had a chance to stop it, control it, take the shot. Dang it. It's just like, this is a brutal highlight from today. But it's showing, okay, so right here we switched positions. We took a break, and we're coming back now. We're moving the other direction. And Cameron had to leave because he had a meeting at his work. So now we're back to playing 3-on-2. It's Andri and Roberto. And this is my best highlight from the day. I had 2 assists on the day, And this is actually my best pass of the day. Bro. Let's just watch it again.
What a ball! Hey, man, what a ball, bro! Man, classic pass, look. That's good, like that one.
Yeah. They should have scored on that. But you can see I'm tired at this point. I'm trying to make runs, but I'm just so tired. I have to walk. There's a little bit of energy from me. I swear that ball moved faster than it looked. I thought I had a perfect beeline to catch that, turn around, and I swear I took the right angle. And that's one of those things that when I played American football, you got to learn how to take good pursuit angles. So, like, you can't just chase the ball carrier because you won't catch him. So you have to cut him off. You have to take a good pursuit angle. And I thought I had the right angle to catch up with this ball, and I was sorely mistaken. That ball was moving. Dang it. That should have been a chance for me to... That should have been a goal. So, I think this is basically all the highlights. I'm just... Yeah. I think the only reason I'm showing this is just to see how tired I was. Like I almost got to the point where I was just crawling. You can see it. You just see me. I'm dead at that point. So we played for almost an hour. Now here's the thing. That's a drastic improvement for me. That's the first time I made it through about an hour of playing at that pace. For the most part, I walked a lot, but there were a lot of moments of bursts from me. So fitness-wise and health-wise, I think this was a very positive video. Talent-wise, skill, this reminds me that I'm like a 3-4, I'm in the youth academy learning fundamentals still. I'm nowhere near where I need to be. And the thing I learned today is just the touch. The touch is so off for a guy. It's just the touch is what's killing me right now, because when we're running at this speed, I can't be relied upon to receive a pass, because whenever that pass comes in, I'm going to mishandle it, and it's going to bounce off my foot like a rocket. And so, yeah, so that's really hindering me. And so the focus of my training for next week will be in the gym, back myself further off the wall, do a wall session, and try to replicate receiving a fast pass so that I can work on that touch. But anyway, I haven't done a video like this on the main YouTube channel in a while. Go check out Luke's Fitness Academy. That's where most of these highlights go. But I wanted to update all of you here just so you can see I have been playing, I have been training, and I am determined to, at some point in my life, play a little level of competitive football. And it's going to happen. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video.